I'm not gonna be scared. I'm not gonna be scared. This isn't a scary game, so I'm not gonna be motherfucker! Luigi's Mansion 3 is a spooky game on the Nintendo Switch that's all about vacuuming ghosts and saving your friends. This game is a shorter romp that is jam-packed with collectibles, secrets, and ghosts that I swear didn't scare me. This was actually loaned to me by a very good friend of mine who watches these videos, so shout out to you, man. You know who you are. You fucking legend. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a prime example of Nintendo getting creative and showing off how charming they can make their games while still providing substantial and enjoyable gameplay. And after playing this game for the week, I have some things I want to say about it. I go by Capture Reviews, and these are my thoughts on Luigi's Mansion 3. And to keep this game secret for those who haven't played it yet, the gameplay footage will be from earlier levels, and there will be little to no spoilers ahead. In Luigi's Mansion 3, the game opens up with Luigi, Mario, Peach, and a bunch of toads that are way too fucking short to be driving, dude. Luigi and his crew are on their way to a hotel that they received an invitation to. Yep, well, those are words, all right. Once they get to this Ritz-Carlton-ass hotel, Luigi checks in with the concierge. Nope. And everyone gets some sleep for a nice and peaceful vacation. Motherfucker. This is where things get interesting. If you couldn't tell by the numerous hints the hotel staff gives you, this hotel is haunted and is full of ghosts led by this piece of shit. King Boo is back for revenge, and he's invited everyone to this hotel to trap them in paintings. And now, it's up to everyone's favorite understudy to climb the 17 floors of this hotel to save his friends and brother, and vanquish any ghosts that get in his way. This is done using the Poltergust G00. It's an invention that was made by Professor Egad himself. This is a vacuum designed to suck up the ghosts and trap them, so they stop scaring the shit out of me. Egad's mechanism is ridiculously fun to use, and comes with the feature of slamming ghosts, which is absolutely badass. There's also the dark light device that reveals secrets in this game and provides hints on where ghosts might be, which is really helpful for people like me who are fucking idiots and can't find the fucking maid ghost. Where is she? Luigi can also receive some much needed help in this game from Gooigi. Yeah. Gooigi is a gooey Luigi counterpart that's able to do all the things Luigi can't as you ascend the floors of this hotel. For example, Gooigi can slip through grates and pop out the other end unscathed, while Luigi... Yo, you good? Or are you're gonna kind of like, all right, yeah, for sure, f it, whatever. Or he can serve as a dummy decoy for the ghosts, while real Luigi sucks them up. I gotta figure out a different way to say that. Gooigi is an excellent addition to this game, and is the character that's controlled by player 2 when you play co-op mode. Now, actually ascending the hotel floors was totally not scary for me, but in all seriousness, each hotel floor is very unique and is chock full of ghosts that you can poltergust and slam into oblivion. There isn't that much variety in the types of ghosts you'll fight, but each one attacks you in a different environment, and the way Nintendo designed them to work with those environments is very clever. They'll use objects that are found in the area you're fighting in, so while you may have repeat ghosts, they'll behave differently because they're using different objects to fight. Along with this, each floor is comprised of several puzzles that you'll need to solve to move on, which is very entertaining. The puzzles you'll find are very simple to start with, but as the game progresses, they get more difficult, which is nice to know that not each one is going to be a cakewalk. Every floor is much different from the last, which not only helps keep this game fresh every level, but also adds to just how unusual this haunted hotel is. And at the end of each floor is a boss fight with an even scarier ghost. No. After defeating each boss, you'll receive an elevator button that's gone missing, so you can access the next level. I love this idea. It's a clever yet simple way of locking the levels, and it just shows how much creative muscle Nintendo likes to flex. Move on to the next floor, explore your heart out, defeat some ghosts along the way, wash, rinse, repeat. I honestly never found this stale or repetitive, because each floor was so different from the last, it just felt fresh every single level. On each floor that you visit, you'll also find plenty of hidden collectibles. The main collectible here is the gems. Every floor has 6 gems hidden on them, so keep looking around and vacuuming any suspicious areas you find in order to receive a nice little bonus for collecting them all. There's also money on each floor that's used to purchase items in the game, and my goodness is there a lot to collect. And on top of all of this, there's also a Boo hidden on each floor, adding even more content to this 17-floor experience. Another highlight of this game is the humor and personalities of the characters. Right off the bat, Luigi's Mansion 3 shows off how funny it can be with the dialogue and the actions made by each character. Mario is truly a glutton, the Toads are incompetently competent like always, and Luigi himself is as timid and brave as ever. The main characters practically have no written or verbal lines, so Nintendo had to convey their emotions through their actions and facial expressions, and they did a phenomenal job here. For me, the absurdity and hilarious reactions from Luigi in this game helped me stick around because of how charming it is. And lastly, I do have to bring up that there are 3 multiplayer options for you ghost-busting friends out there. As you may know, I like to keep these reviews single-player oriented, but I have to bring these up. There's Scream Park, where Team Luigi and Team Gooigi go toe-to-toe in various challenges. There's also the Scare Scraper, which is a party mode designed around clearing floors in a certain amount of time, and the story mode itself, which can be played with 2 people. Fun! And that is a brief look at the gameplay of Luigi's Mansion 3. This game is pretty short, but it's packed with content to keep you entertained along the way. It's incredibly charming, and the features like slamming ghosts and Gooigi add enough to this game to help it stand out from the previous titles. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a very simple and fun game, and that isn't a bad thing at all. Not every game on this planet needs an intricate story and intense gameplay mechanics. Some games are just meant to bring a smile to your face because of how fun they are, and that's exactly what Luigi's Mansion 3 does. Visually, Luigi's Mansion 3 uses a wonderfully unique and charming art style that is gorgeous. Every object seems to tilt and twist, adding to the strange, ominous feel of this haunted hotel, and the glow that each mysterious item has is very satisfying. Gooigi also looks and moves like you'd expect this monstrosity to, which is fucking disgusting but also really cool to see. The ghosts all glow in such a bizarre way and display some memorable facial expressions and move through the air with ease. There's also fog on virtually every floor, which makes things even more ominous, and the mirrors occasionally hide secrets that can't be seen by the naked eye, which is so cool. When you play, you're only seeing 3 of the 4 walls in each room, so Nintendo was very clever implementing the mirrors to show you the 4th wall. With this, the lighting in this game is absolutely perfect for its theme. Each room is dimly lit until a giant lightning strike hits and blinds you with how bright it is. Luigi's facial expressions really show how much of a wuss he is, join the club, and his cartoonish movements are very well animated. This is one of the prettier games on the Switch, and it needs to be recognized. Also, the music in this game is an absolute masterpiece. Every song creeps me out, but also has a little bit of a humorous, silly sound to it, which is exactly what this game is all about. You'll hear an orchestra plucking at their strings and stomping to a haunted house-like sound, and some areas really get into the haunted mood. This kind of music is creepy enough to let you know that something's up, but also silly enough to remind you that this is just a Luigi game, so you can smile too. The strings and brass instruments used feel like they're coming straight out of an older scary movie, which is a wonderful thing. So, is Luigi's Mansion 3 worth buying? Absolutely yes. Luigi's Mansion 3 is such a charming and addicting little game that is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's a little bit on the shorter side, which is unfortunate, but there is a lot of hidden content crammed into this game, so it's definitely worth replaying and revisiting levels. Capturing ghosts and solving puzzles never got old for me, and the visuals and music were icing on this haunted cake. I found myself laughing at the jokes and Luigi freaking out over the smallest things, which really helped me stick around and keep playing. Luigi's Mansion 3 has a lot to offer for such a short story, so I think it definitely deserves a 9 out of 10. I'm only taking off 1 point because I wish this game was a little bit longer, but like I said, there's a lot of content in this experience, which makes up for the shorter playtime. Again, this is a game that's meant to be fun, simple, and entertaining, and Nintendo made sure that Luigi's Mansion 3 is just that. I had a wonderful time with this game, and it's definitely one that I'm gonna have to buy my own copy of so I can keep playing it. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my thoughts on Luigi's Mansion 3. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Huh? Haha, I did it!